Today we're tackling a subject that's difficult for many of us to talk about: death and dying. It's never easy to think about losing someone we love, and it can be even harder to know what to expect in those final moments. We're going to talk about the physical and emotional changes that someone might experience as they approach the end of their life, what to do when a loved one has passed away, and how to navigate the grieving process. Remember, you're not alone in this, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Let's start by talking about the physical signs that someone may be nearing the end of their life. Every individual and situation is unique, so these signs can vary. One of the most noticeable changes is often in a person's energy levels. They might experience extreme fatigue and weakness, sleeping for most of the day and night. This is their body's way of conserving energy, as its systems begin to slow down. You might also notice a decrease in appetite and thirst. As the body prepares for the end, its need for food and drink naturally diminishes. Don't force them to eat or drink if they're not interested. Just ensure they're comfortable. You might notice changes in their breathing patterns. It might become shallow and irregular, with periods of rapid breathing followed by pauses. This is known as Cheyne-Stokes respiration. Another sign is a change in their mental state. They might become confused, disoriented, or withdrawn. They may also experience hallucinations. These changes are often due to decreased blood flow and oxygen to the brain. It's also common for individuals to experience changes in their circulation. Their hands and feet might become cold to the touch, and their skin might appear pale or bluish. This is due to reduced blood flow as the heart starts to slow down. Focus on being present with your loved one, holding their hand, talking to them, or simply sitting quietly by their side. Let them know that you're there for them and offer reassurance and love. Losing a loved one is never easy, and it's natural to feel a range of emotions, from shock and disbelief to profound sadness and grief. In those first moments after someone passes, it can be hard to know what to do next.
One of the most obvious signs is the absence of breathing. The chest will be still, and you won't be able to feel or hear any breaths.
Another sign is the lack of a pulse. If you check for a pulse at the wrist or neck, you won't be able to feel a heartbeat.
The eyes will also remain fixed. Even when you move the head gently, the pupils will be dilated and unresponsive to light.
As the body begins to shut down, you might notice the skin becoming pale and losing its elasticity. The muscles will relax, and the bladder and bowels might release.
If your loved one was under hospice care, notify their hospice nurse immediately. If not, you'll need to call 911 to report the death.
The dispatcher will guide you through the next steps and might ask if you want to attempt CPR. If the death was expected, emergency responders might not transport the body. In that case, you'll need to contact a funeral home to make arrangements for transporting your loved one.
After the initial shock of losing a loved one, you'll need to start navigating the practical aspects of dealing with their passing.
This can feel overwhelming, so let's break it down step by step. First and foremost, you'll need to obtain a legal pronouncement of death. This is typically done by a medical professional, like a doctor, nurse, or coroner. They'll provide you with the necessary paperwork, including a death certificate. The death certificate is an important legal document, so make sure you obtain multiple copies. You'll need it for various purposes, such as closing bank accounts, handling insurance policies, and settling the estate. Once you have the death certificate, you can start contacting the necessary parties. Notify their employer, financial institutions, and insurance companies. You'll also need to contact the Social Security Administration to stop any benefits they were receiving. Next, you'll need to make funeral arrangements. If your loved one had specific wishes outlined in a will or pre-need arrangement, follow those instructions. Otherwise, discuss your options with family members and choose a funeral home that aligns with your preferences and budget. The funeral home will guide you through the process of planning a service, selecting a casket or urn, and placing an obituary. They can also assist with obtaining certified copies of the death certificate and filing necessary paperwork.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's a tough topic, but understanding the end-of-life process can empower you and your family to face this challenging time with more knowledge and compassion. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Lean on your loved ones, seek professional guidance if needed, and know that there are resources available to support you every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your network. And as always, subscribe to the channel for more informative and supportive content. Take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you for watching.